Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Aquarius. If Aquarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. So we have the Five of Swords, which does have everything to do with defeat, but don't worry, it might not be your defeat. It might be somebody else's. Or, listen, it could be something from the past. Could be something that we're looking at in the future that can be avoided. But let's take a look and see what the tea leaves are going to tell us. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Okay, so we have somebody who is very affected by the moon, very in tune with the moon is what I should say. We have a person sitting here looking upwards at the moon, very connected. We also have a dog behind. We have a group of people who are dancing over here. Somebody who is telling a story beneath the moon once again. So we have this lunar energy. We have a very lunar energy. Now we have another person who is being chased by a baboon. The baboon would be Thoth, right? Or Thoth, however you like it. Some people say Tot. I've heard that before as well. I don't know. I say Thoth. But we have Thoth as the baboon. We also have a person here who is carrying some kind of orb, right? A little round thing. You can see their head is here. Here's their body, their legs. They have this little thing in their hand. Okay. So I want to take a look and kind of just see what does this all kind of mean. Now we know that Thoth is the god of sciences, the god of magic, the god of mathematics, a lot of different things. In his baboon form, this is kind of a very earthbound, very low to the ground, if you could think of a baboon, right? Whereas the ibis, much more of kind of the thinking, logic, fantasy, the things that are going on in our psyche. So when I see this, I'm looking and I'm feeling like there's a lot of emphasis on really looking for kind of a miracle or some kind of just like a break, right? Just something to go your way in the physical world, because it has been nothing but a headache lately, okay? I feel like that you've gotten a little something going, right? A few steps ahead. Now we have this energy of, 2 steps ahead, 3 steps back. But you're not having it. You're saying, no, I'm just going to keep on pushing forward. I'm not going to let the little setbacks get to me. I'm not going to let it become this huge, monumental thing that's going to break my spirit. No, I'm going to keep pushing forward. Okay? I'm going to take this beautiful, whatever this is, this orb. I think of, the air sign, right? And the Tatwa card. So we also have this kind of, I'm going to use my thinking, my brain, my logic, my ability to innovate, my ability to problem solve, my ability to figure the dang old thing out. And these circumstances that really have felt like, you know, I think one ordeal after another, one test after another. I am not going to let that overtake my ability to figure this thing out. Now, I am an Aquarius moon, but I am a Virgo sun, right? And so for me, when there is something that goes out of my control and it's the universe is just putting one thing in after another, I start to really lose it. I will not lie to you. I am definitely somebody who feels like, well, maybe I should just give up. This was not for me. You know, but for you, I feel like this is like a challenge, okay? The universe is challenging me here. And do I like it? Not so much. But am I going to give up? Nah. No. No, no, no. Now, we also have this lunar energy, okay? And we have people dancing over here. And so I do feel like with that lunar energy, it really is so much about using your ability to dig deep into your psyche, your creativity, your kind of maybe a little bit eccentric way of thinking. Your vision of the world is not, I would say it's not the mainstream, right? You are very much an individual. You have a lot of experience in life. I imagine that you're pretty well traveled. You've had, you know, different circumstances, lifestyles that you've lived. You've seen some things, you've done some things, you've been out there. And now you're in this place in your life where, yeah, you've got things kind of how you wanted them, right? You've worked hard for that. And then, right, as life does, it throws some things in the road. A few obstacles, a few disasters, a few, you know, tower moments. And you are not one to lose yourself in the turmoil of that. Now, of course, like anybody else, you might be grieving, you might be you know, in shock a little bit. You might not know exactly which way to go at this point, but you will. But you will. And you have to follow your instincts here. Because you know better than anybody what you should be doing, where you should be going, how things are going to work out in your favor. What steps need to happen, what things need to happen to get you to that point. Now, we also have a dog over here, right? So I feel like you have a good friend, maybe a family member, somebody very close to you. They're going through this with you, okay? And the two of you working together in that lunar energy, I can only imagine the things that you're going to think of. Now, I feel like these last few years, they have not been easy. But things are getting better. Markedly so. But there's been some of a setback. And it feels like a lot. And I think it's kind of like piggybacking on the things that came before, the other tower moments. Because this thing, you will get through it. But it feels so big. But I promise you, you will see as time goes on, it will be a blessing. There will be dancing, there will be laughing, there will be merriment once more. Sooner than you think. Okay? Sooner than you think. We as humans, we forget how resilient we are. And not even just resilient in the way that we're going to eke it out, we're going to survive the dang thing, and I'm going to, crawl on my hands and knees through hell to survive this thing. Yeah, of course, we are that as well. But not only do we survive, we find reasons to love, to enjoy ourselves, to celebrate. Now, I'm not one to ever romanticize suffering. Not at all. But I will say, when things come crashing down, when all of the clutter of our lives kind of, they disappear. All of the people, the nonsensical, acquaintances that we have, all of our, things that we consider our priorities. And we may even resent some of this stuff, but we keep it around. Well, when the world says, hey, everything's about to change, and we're afraid, and we're, it's uncomfortable. You don't feel safe. It can feel really bleak. But I'll tell you what, the first time that sun comes up and shines on you, you've never felt anything like it. So, have heart. Have heart. It will get better. You will be in that place again where there is reason to celebrate, and it will be soon. I know it. And you'll look around at your life and you'll think, I don't recognize any of this, but it's mine. And whatever was before, I love it, I respect it. At times I will be sentimental for it, but it had to give way for my new life. And this is it. You are on the precipice. Things will be looking up. All right, let's see. We also have a volcano down here. We have a volcano, we have a house up here, we have a house up here. We have the moon again. So I almost wonder if you will be moving closer to maybe family, a good friend, maybe whatever's been going on has kind of opened the door for the ability or the necessity to move. And I feel like you end up being closer. Now, maybe you're moving, maybe your person is moving, your family, whatever. But I feel like you end up closer. I feel like this ends up being the reason, the catalyst for the family getting back in the same area or the friendship. So maybe it is. Maybe you have to move home. Maybe, maybe part of your family is moving home after something has happened. It's not always going to be puppies and rainbows and everybody happy and smiling. I see the volcano, so I see there will be some big emotions. It's going to take some time. But I see the houses all next to each other, so I feel like it's almost like out of the rubble of this thing, out of the anguish of this, swift shift in how things are going, this community is built. This togetherness is built. This wanting to be close and to help one another. It is rising. from that bleak place. And I think it will be better than it was before. So now, I want to take a look over here. We have the letter J or L, maybe L. We'll go with L. We have the letter L right in the center. We also have an angel. We have I love. I love. We have another heart. And we have a cat. Excuse me. We have a cat right over here. And I do feel like this is maybe an actual cat. It could be that this is a person who is very independent. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're very independent. But I think at this time, it's almost kind of like you need to kind of go through this thing and kind of learn to, maybe it is ask for help. To stop doing everything, right? To pause for a second and think, well, maybe I can just call and maybe they can do help. Maybe they know what to do with this, or, you know, whatever it is. I know you don't like to bother people. You want to do everything by yourself. But sometimes we do. We need to, I don't even know that it's necessarily like humbling yourself or pride or whatever. No, I think you just really are so respectful of other people's time and energies and so on that you don't like to bother them. But this is a part of your life where I think the lesson is being taught, right? That yes, sometimes we do. We need that help. We need to call upon our people. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to do our lucky numbers. Number 80, 53, 80, 53, and 73. 73. Okay. Very good. Now we're going to do our, what's it called? The Inner Child Oracle cards. And these are just going to kind of punctuate the reading. I'm going to flip through. I'm going to stop where it feels right. And it says, 37, write a letter. Write a letter to your inner child. Yes, I'm all about that writing letters life. So definitely love that. Love it, love it. Okay. Aquarius, I'm going to tell you I love you because I do. Of course I do. And I thank you for spending this time with me. Our time is the most precious thing, right? So to share that with me, it really does mean a lot. Okay, I want you to know I do recognize that. And if you would be kind, or be so kind as to, like the video, or if you haven't subscribed, think about doing that. It is free. Also, if you want to leave a comment, definitely, I read them all. So they will not go unnoticed. And yeah, I guess that's it. All right. I love you. Take care of yourself, and we will talk in just a few days. Good night.